Hello, everyone. Just getting ready for Occupy Chicago, GA. We are here at our famous street, Jackson and LaSalle. There's approximately only, besides me, there's one, two, and three. Let's see what this sign says over here. I'm trying to see what this sign says over here. Okay, my friend right here is Jeff. Jeff, how long have you been out here?
Not long enough.
Not long enough. Okay. What would you tell people who are out there and in the world? Well, how would you describe your signs? Each sign.
I'm sorry, maybe I don't understand the question.
Okay. The question is, what motivates you to make these
Well,
signs?
what motivates me is I'm aware of what we're doing in this country, not just to this country, but to the world.
Okay.
I understand very clearly the distinction between what we're being told and reality. That's what motivates me because America is contributing to its own demise, eagerly contributing to its own demise. All the problems we have in this country, we'd like to blame them on politicians, we'd like to blame them on false false sources, on conceptions that have no basis in reality, when in reality there's 330 million Americans who have allowed, through their own ignorance, they made decisions to ignore these things and to follow after other entertainments and distractions rather than realizing what we're contributing to in this country. And that's that's what I'm trying to stand in front of and change. I'm trying to wake people up and get them to realize what they're participating in.
Awesome. And how would if someone's in Chicago watching this right now? What would you tell them to do?
I would tell them to, if they care about their future, if they care at all about what they're doing to other people here in this country and around the world, that they need to turn off their entertainment and wake up. They think they're awake, they think they're knowledgeable, but the presumption of knowledge is the greatest impasse to ever attaining knowledge. A person who thinks he already understands what he's participating in is not somebody that's ever going to wake up and realize in reality what they're doing. So what I would tell people is put away the simple explanations, the myths, the ideas that they have about what's going on in the world, and if their head hurts and doing this, so be it. They're going to be a lot better off, and they won't be injuring other people in the process. Find out the truth of matters. Search these things out, and don't fall for false explanations anymore. Equip yourself so that you can make a change instead of perpetuating the current scenario, the actions that are being performed by people who are acting out of ignorance. People who act out of ignorance are doing the very things that we have today. They're fixing things that they don't understand, and fix has at least two meanings. They're not repairing, they're fixing things into the state that we have them today. People are looking to the people who made these problems to solve them, and that's never going to happen. These problems exist for a reason. It's been very advantageous to the people who have manipulated society to bring them into this condition where society is basically a tool that's being used by the people that wield power in this country, not just in this country, but in the world. And people think that they're actually doing good, when they're assisting in this, and they're doing this out of ignorance because they don't really know what's going on. They think they know what's going on, but they don't. They're of their own ignorance participating in this, aiding and abetting the people who are destroying this country and the world.
All right, and what motivates you to come out here?
What motivates me to come out here is I'm aware. I see the people who are being maligned, the people who are being tortured, the people who are being defrauded, the people who are being injured and murdered for lies that this country propagates through our political system, and that doesn't sit with me, and it never will. And the only thing I can do to bring about a change in that situation is to confront people with reality. That's what it's going to take is people to abandon the myths and the fantasies they have, and get down to effectively undoing the damage that we've done in the last 30 years in particular.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And one more question: what do you tell people to come out here?
Well, absolutely. This will not. This is the problems we have in this country are not going to change until we realize 300 million Americans are being dominated by an entity 100 times or even smaller than them, and we're not going to ever change that until people get involved. Coming out here and acting in ignorance is not the answer. When you come out here, you better understand what you're talking about. Otherwise, you're just propagating the errors that already exist. You're just repeating and spreading the myths that are going on. But absolutely, this is what it's about. Is right now we have a minuscule portion of the population that's dominating and manipulating 300 million people, and the only way that's going to change is by influencing other people with fact and truth, and getting them to understand what we're really participating in. And this isn't a party. This isn't an opportunity to have a frolic in the street. This is about desperately trying to recover this country from the fiends that have exploited the ignorance of people that they've created, and the only hope we have of that is people becoming active and knowledgeable in what's taking place in this country, and educating and influencing other people to bring about a change, because the only change we're going to have is a further degradation of what we've already seen in the last 30 years.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
There you have it. Oh, one question: do you consider yourself part of Occupy Chicago?
I'm certainly part of the Occupy movement. That's reiterating what I've been stating, is the only way this is going to change is if people become active, and that's what occupying is. It isn't just a word. It isn't a gimmick or something like that. It's a principle, and that's what I'm doing when I'm out here. What I've been doing since I came out here is occupying. I'm not abandoning this because I found it on principles of truth, and these I'm going to occupy. I'm going to remain at this until the problem's solved, and I don't expect that to happen anytime soon, unless people get on board and wake up and realize that there will be no change until they occupy.